Hey guys and gals, we're going to go over the second drawing. We went over this before we left. I don't know when we're going to be back, but this is the key plate. In Canvas, I believe it's listed as the second drawing in your AutoCAD module. A lot of people had this done, but not everyone. I know at least one or two people reached out about doing this again, so this will hopefully get you guys caught up to speed on this. I'll set up another video then showing you how to print this drawing. And then I'll set up a third video on submitting it, and we'll just kind of keep rocking and rolling from there. So first thing we need to know is how big this thing is. Right? So it's 5 by 2.5, but that's just from center of circle to center of circle, and center of circle to center of circle. So we also have a radius of 1, which means anywhere from the center of this circle to the edge of this arc, or where this arc meets, is 1 inch. So it's actually from here to the center 1 inch plus 5 plus another 1 inch, which gives us 7 total horizontally, and then same thing up top or vertically. It's going to be 1 inch plus 2.5 plus another 1 inch, which gives me a total of 4.5. So when I start this, I'm going to hit L, enter, or spacebar, and I like to say 0, 0, and then hit enter. That locks me onto my origin. Now, because I want to make sure everything's straight here in the beginning, I'm going to turn on my ortho mode. The shortcut for that, if you hold your mouse over it, tells you in parentheses would be F8, or you can just click on the button. You can see now I'm locked in, so I can only go vertical or horizontal. So I'm going to drag my mouse to the right. In that box that's highlighted in blue, I can see that my current size is 54 inches, so I'm way zoomed out. So I could either zoom in a little bit by rolling my mouse forward, holding my mouse wheel, and moving my mouse to pan. Now that I'm a little bit better size-wise, now I'm just going to type in 7 and hit enter or spacebar. So that's now made a 7-inch line. And then drag my mouse straight up. If you notice, if I keep going, where this little dotted hidden line is, that's now a new line if I drag to the right or even if I drag to the left. So I got to make sure I either go straight up or straight down. So I'll drag it up. In this case, like I said, I'll type in 4.5. I'll hit enter or spacebar. That's now made a 4.5-inch line. I can now drag it back to the left. Once again, make sure you're not going back over that line that you just drew. So I'll drag it back to the left. I'm going to once again hit 7, enter. I can bring it straight down. I can either type in 4.5, or if I have object snap turned on, which you should, I could snap and click onto that square that pops up, or I could type C for close and hit enter, and that will close it to the first point. So there's my rectangle. That's my overall size. At this point, what I like to do is, once again, make sure object snap's turned on. If I right click on that, I can turn midpoint on. So if you have a check mark next to it, it's turned on. If not, simply click on it, it'll turn back on, then you can click back into your screen. So everything's basically based off the center of this object. So I'm going to draw a vertical line and a horizontal line from center to center. L, enter, will put me back into line. The triangle that pops up there snaps directly onto the center and directly onto the center. So I can just click and click, hit escape. I'll hit enter or spacebar to go into my last command, which was my line command. Specify my first point. That's going to be up top here. Click, drag down, and click, and then I can once again hit escape. Okay, so that's given me, like I said, line right through the middle, horizontally and vertically. I now got to lay out the center lines for this vertical line on the right and the left, the center lines horizontally up above and down below. And if you look at those, they are spaced out 1.25 down and then 2.5 up off of that, which would be another 1.25. And horizontally, it's 2.5 and then 5, or I could go 2.5 and 2.5. So to do that, I'm going to go O, enter, or spacebar for offset. So specify offset distance. So basically, how far are you going to move this? This is going to be 2.5 going horizontally to the left or right. So I'll type in 2.5, hit enter or spacebar. So select object to offset. So what do you want to move? I'm going to click on my middle line, and then it says specify point on side offset. Do you want to go 2.5 to the left or 2.5 to the right? It doesn't matter. You're going to do it both ways. So I'll click to the left. It now puts me back into my select object to offset, so I'll click my middle line again, and now I'll drag it to the right and click. Okay, so that put both of those where I need them. I can then hit escape. If I hit spacebar again, it'll put me into my last command, which was offset. So now it says specify offset distance. I'm going to type in now 1.25 and hit enter. Now it says specify object to, or select object to offset. So I'll click my middle line that's going horizontal. I'll drag it up. I'll do the same thing and I will go down. That is now set up the center point for all of my circles and arcs. So at this point, we're going to draw a bunch of circles. So my big one in the middle is a diameter of 3 inches. You can see that right here. So I'll say C, enter, or spacebar for circle. It says specify center point. So where do you want to put the center? That's going to be right at that intersection, so I can click there. Now, if you notice, it says specify radius. So if I would type a size, it's going to give me the radius. If I want to do diameter, I can either click on the word diameter in my command line, or I could hit D, enter, and now it says specify diameter. So now I can type in 3, enter, or spacebar. That is now giving me the correct size circle there. We're now going to take care of these 4 small ones. 4x, circle with a line through it, which would be diameter, 0.75. So they are all the same. So I'm going to say C, enter, specify center point. Doesn't matter which one you click on first. I'm just going to do this top left one. Specify radius or diameter. Once again, I want diameter, so I'll click on that. My diameter was 3/4 or 0.75, so I can click there. Now, my last command was circle, so if I hit spacebar or enter, it'll put me back into it. I can click my next center point, and if I just hit spacebar or enter again, it'll give me the exact same size that I just made that last circle. So I can just quickly go spacebar, click, spacebar, spacebar, click, spacebar. That's giving me those circles. Now these circles right here are these arcs. You can see it's a diameter from edge to edge of 0.75. So it's actually the same size circle as this. So I'll say spacebar, click, spacebar, spacebar, click, spacebar. The only thing that's different is I'm going to trim these. So if you forget, trim is TR. We do spacebar twice, and then I can just click on both of those areas to clean them up. Okay, so we're getting pretty far. My next thing is I'm going to make a connecting straight line across for the slot here. So that's pretty easy. L, enter. I'm just simply going to click that point, come over, click my other point, spacebar again, click that point, come over, click that point as well. Last thing to do there would be, once again, TR, spacebar twice. I'll trim that area, that area, that area, that area, that area, those two, and that. That is now giving me my slot. Okay. So these corners we're going to do last. Our last thing before those is this little area up top, which is 3/4 or 0.75 wide and 0.38 from where it meets the circle to the top. The nice thing about that is we can do that pretty easily. So if 0.75 is 3/4, half of that is 3/8. So when I offset, I'm going to say O, enter for offset. We're just going to type in 3 divide 8 for 3/8. I'm going to click my middle line for the object to offset. I'm going to drag to the left and click. Well, I guess I went to the right, and I'm going to drag farther to the left and click. That is now giving me a 3/4 because 3/8 and 3/8 is 3/4. So that's giving me my slot width. Now, in order to get this 0.38, I'm going to go L, enter, and I'm just going to connect those 2 points. Reason being, I can now offset that, O, enter, 0.38, which is the size it gives you, enter, click that line, and drag it up. Then I can select this, delete it, and then once again, TR, spacebar twice to trim. Just trim those, that, that, and that, and that is now taking care of the top portion. So we'll do it again on the bottom. Once again, I offset already the 3/8 and the 3/8. That stayed with the top. I'll now draw a line to connect these 2 points. I can then once again offset 0.38, click my line, bring it down, select my line, delete it, and then I can just go TR spacebar twice to trim. Make sure I'm paying attention to my drawing so that I trim just the correct areas. And then that's taking care of that. Now, this area right here, I don't need to worry about trimming. I can just select it and press my delete key to get rid of that. So the last thing with the actual object is these corners, which is a radius of 1. The easiest way to do that is with a command that's called fillet. So the fillet command is F, enter. It says select first object, but before we do that, Our radius right now is 0, more than likely. Yours might be something different, but we want to change that so it's the correct size. So in order to do that, we come down here to radius, and we click on radius. Now it says specify radius or fillet radius. You type 1, hit enter. Now it takes you back to select first object, so all you got to do is click your first line, then click your second line, and it cleans it up for you. So once again, that was F, enter. My radius stays at 1. Okay, so I can just come back in here and just click this line, and once again it does it. You can just hit F, enter, or you can just hit enter to put you back into that last command. Once again, if this is not 1, you need to click on radius, type 1, hit enter, and then come back in and select your lines. Same thing down below. That's taking care of essentially the drawing. What we're going to do is we're going to clean this up a little bit to make it look a little bit more professional and correct by selecting all my vertical and horizontal center lines and deleting those. And we're going to make these center lines. Easiest way to make center lines for circles and arcs is to come to your Annotate tab up top on your ribbon. On my Annotate tab, I'll come over to the center lines area. I will click on the center mark for making a center line or a center mark for circles and arcs. So once you click on that, if I click my big circle, it gives me my center lines there. To do the center lines for these small circles, do not click on the small circles. You want to click on the outside radius because it's also a center line for that outside radius. So clicking on all of those. And then the last ones is to click on these little inside arcs just to get you those 2 little ones. And then at that point, you can hit escape. Make sure you save this. So Control S. I'll save this as, I personally save it as figure 4-58 keyplate. And then you're going to want to save that to your tech drawing folder, which hopefully is in your Z drive. Mine is going to be a little bit different than you. There's that. Save. And at that point, you are done the second drawing. The last thing we'll do is change some line weights, but we will go over that in the printing demo. So I'll make that shortly and put that up.